Here we have a broken down, dismantled MC40, which was MC being Manchester Collieries. We designed and built the lamp for them. It was the coal mines of the Bridgewater Estate around Worsley. So these would have been used up until the 1950s, probably from the 1920s, certainly between the two wars. It was a high tension current paraffin lamp oil burning lamp. Uses a flat wick and was lit in the lamp room with an electric current. It uses the standard protector washers and glass and the standard flat wick. So if you look into the aperture, you can see the flat wick going down into there, and you need to move it round and drop it onto the regulator screw, and you can see that screwing down, adjusting the wick. You then got, this actually uses 3 washers. That's a Bakelite insulating ring for the ignition system. Then you've got a ignition burner plate which drops into that slot, which you can see there. You've then got another washer on top to keep the insulation going, which just pops into that clip. You've got the burner ring, which preferably goes on before that, as you can see. Screws down, just finger tight. Then you've got the standard protector glass. Another washer going on top, and then these are basically standard protector gauzes. The outer gauze is identical to Type 6 Garforth SL. The inner gauze is just slightly different. It's got a thicker ring, so you may need to adjust the number of washers on top of the glass to allow for that. Pop the gauze in, drop it on top, make sure the washer fits into the brass housing, and there you go, MC40. This one would have been bought by Manchester Collieries because it's described as makers. 17 is the check number of the miner. Some of our lamps also say owners, because we used to rent lots of lamps out to the pits. Pop that on there and just hunt for the thread and gauge that. The beauty of these lamps, if you want to own one or use one, is paraffin lamp oil, which is relatively straightforward and cheap to buy. This one, as I mentioned, has had the locking pin, which is based around there. So normally you would, if the locking pin was in place, you would pull it down there with a magnet so you could unscrew the top. This one's had it removed, which is not unusual. So to light the lamp with the pin removed, or if you have a magnet to open it, simply remove the bonnet, remove the gauzes, get yourself a wooden taper, that's the one we use for the Olympic lamps, light that and light the wick, and then adjust the wick So ideally you're burning fuel vapour and not the wick itself. This one, when I built it up, didn't have cotton wool in. Most of these lamps, normally we used to put cotton wool in the vessels to soak up fuel, so you didn't need excess liquid fuel hanging around. So if you wanted to sort of carry it around or use it in that way, you're better off putting cotton wool into the base, just standard cotton wool bars you can buy from the boots, and then you can fill it up with those, fill it up with paraffin or lamp oil, and then drain off the excess so you've not got fuel leaking out from the lamp. So we'd light it there and put it back together, and that's an MC40. And you can see all the working parts, how it goes together. That's the wick regulator button there, which you can see raises and lowers the wick within its housing. So say if you need gauzes, glasses or washers for these, we have them in stock. We'll also be shortly breaking a couple of lamps, and we'll have the ignition plate available. Thank you.